Tate McRae. Magic, because she goes from YouTube fame now climbing the music charts. 8:35 weekly chat called Good Policies when Mike Barrett checks in from Barrett Insurance Agency, Portland Street in St. Jay. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to the end of this gorgeous weather here. Feels like we're back in September, but unfortunately we're not.
You know, I can tell you something that would make you almost look forward to the colder weather again, and that is the amount of ticks I've found on my dog and myself in the past couple of days.
None? Or?
Oh, man, they're active. They're active. So.
All right. Yeah. So let's talk good policies here. It's been a while since we've talked about an umbrella plan. Let's refresh our listeners with that. What do you think?
Yeah, so umbrella policies are really key here. Something that people really should be considering in all aspects of life. There's three really common types of umbrella policies. The one that would be for the largest portion of the audience would be a personal umbrella policy, but then there's a business umbrella and then a farm umbrella. And the reason for the difference is because a personal umbrella covers you personally, a business umbrella covers your business, and a farm umbrella covers your farm liability. And what is an umbrella policy? Well, they call it an umbrella. It's their play on words to say, look, this is to keep the rain from falling upon you. Underneath your umbrella will be your auto insurance policy, your ATV, your motorcycle policy, your homeowner policy. All these policies that have their own limits of liability are there. And what this umbrella policy is excess liability. So if you are in an accident and cause bodily injury or property damage to somebody and it exhausts your limits of liability on your initial policy that responds, so let's use the case of the auto accident. So your initial policy, let's say it has $500,000 in liability. You have caused this horrific accident, and now your bodily injury liability exposure from all the people injured and the magnitude of their injuries is going to well exceed that $500,000 mark. Maybe it's going to be $1 million. Maybe it's going to be more. It's kind of a scary thought, but it's entirely possible. So how do you protect yourself? Now, don't for one moment think that if your auto policy covers you for $500,000 and it pays out the maximum amount that you are off the hook. You are not. You are still liable personally for the event that has occurred. So as such, a lawyer is going to come in and is going to go after you personally. And that could be in multiple ways, whether it be going after your liquid assets, whether it be putting liens on your properties, whether it be a judgment that stays with you for a very long time. These are life-altering, life-changing events that can occur. And an umbrella policy is very much an underutilized policy that is for a great level of protection. As you start looking at costs, let's say you're spending $1,200 a year, you have two vehicles on your auto insurance policy, you've got one home. With most companies, to have an extra $1 million in liability above your home and your two autos, you're looking at around $200 to $300 a year for $1 million in liability excess coverage to protect you. Really crucial coverage to have, and Jeff, we say it all the time, it's never good to find out how good your insurance policy responds when an accident occurs or when a claim occurs. Is this a definitive one? Because it could be life-altering. And they don't happen tremendously often. So it's easy to say, well, it's a low risk, I don't need to worry about it. But all it takes, and this is the case that can be made for all insurance, all it takes is one time for it to change your life forever.
Well, as we mentioned in the past here, some folks, especially during financial hardships, will knock down their coverage, like, for example, on their car, down to the state minimums, and then that catastrophic event happens, and now we've got to worry about, well, you said, now they're going to come for this, they're going to come for that, right?
Right. And when you start, and that's actually a great sidestep too, Jeff, is that not only will an umbrella policy be protecting you for bodily injury that you cause or property damage that you cause and are liable to others, but let's think about those folks out there who are driving on the road with either state minimum liability in Vermont or New Hampshire, which is $25,000 bodily injury per person, $50,000 bodily injury per accident, and $10,000 property damage. Boy, that's not going to go far. The umbrella policy that you have the option, and we always sell it this way, the option of having that same limit that you choose be available for you for uninsured motorist protection. So if somebody hits you and causes this horrific magnitude of bodily injury to you, your umbrella policy, now, of course, your auto insurance policy has uninsured motorist protection on it, too, so it's going to work the same way. If those limits become exhausted, so let's go back to the example of $500,000, over $500,000 in bodily injury that you've sustained, you would have the umbrella policy with $1 million extra up to that anyway for an additional layer of protection. And umbrella policies have limits that you can choose of $1 million, $2 million, upwards of $5 million. Commercial umbrella policies, you can go even much higher than that. I've seen as high as $25 million or more. The options are there, and even if it's something that you can't justify or afford at this time, it's never a bad thing to just see what the potential impact or cost would be for you and your family. It's a great level of protection to have.
Well, that's why we get together with good policies every week, Mike, and somebody might now be saying, hey, that finally made sense to me, and they're going to want to give you a call. First off, Portland Street's open again, right?
Correct. Portland Street's open. The bridge is nice and smooth, so thank you to that for the folks that did that work. That pothole that we all would swerve to miss and just about take out pedestrians is now filled in, so we're pretty excited about that. So, yeah, we are open on Portland Street, easy to get to, open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. Now, Jeff, tomorrow is a very important day. It's Veterans Day. And we are going to be closed in observance of that holiday tomorrow. But we will be reopened again on Thursday and Friday, of course. And, of course, you can find us anytime on our website, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, and YouTube, all Barrett Insurance Agency. And, of course, I didn't give the number. Maybe I should throw that out, 748-5224.
There you go. You get all the I's and T's all fixed up. Mike, thanks an awful lot. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. We'll honor our veterans, and we'll chat next Tuesday, okay?
Sounds like a plan. Be well, Jeff.
Oh, you too, Mike. Good policies with Barrett Insurance Agency, bringing us to music from Ben Rio.